Ravens Rundown coming up in just a few moments from right now. Before we do, trivia time on the show today. We want to see if you know who the Ravens single-season sack leader is. If you do, then tell us in the comments section. If you don't, well, you're in luck. You'll find out at the end of today's show. Welcome into Ravens Rundown, presented by Aura, the all-in-one digital safety company. We'll tell you more about what they do coming up later in the show. You can sign up for their free 14-day trial now at aura.com/chatsports. Tyler Jones here with you. Appreciate you joining us. On today's show, we bring you the latest Baltimore Ravens news and rumors. And where we will start today is with Tylan Wallace. Tylan Wallace, we've been kind of waiting for his breakout of sorts with this Baltimore offense, and 2022 could be a prime opportunity for him to do so. Rashad Bateman, regarded as the number one wide receiver this offseason, but Wallace with the chance to compete for one of those starting roles, a chance to really prove himself. Can he be a threat as an outside receiver, something that the Ravens desperately need? Now, we know that this is going to be a run-heavy offense and that they're going to rely a lot on their tight end position with Mark Andrews and company with the strength that's there, but if they can find another option in that receiving core to go along with Bateman, like Tylan Wallace, that'd certainly go a long way. And though the thing with Wallace, I think that we see, if you go back to his college days and to his days in the NFL now, that it's been the injury issue. He was terrific when he was on the field in college. You look back at what he was able to do when the Pistols were firing at Oklahoma State, 2018, 13 games played that year, had 1,400 yards, 13 touchdowns. 2019, played in 9 games, had 900 yards and 8 touchdowns. Then his final season with the Pokes in 2020, 10 games, 59 catches, 922 yards, and 6 touchdowns. He was just really good throughout his entire stretch there with Oklahoma State. And so if he's healthy, are the Ravens going to get the Tylan Wallace that was with Oklahoma State in Stillwater, Oklahoma? I think so. I think that he is going to have a very big year for this Ravens team and have a breakout season of sorts. I think by the end of the year, the Ravens realistically could be talking about Tylan Wallace as their number 2 receiver on this depth chart. I don't think that's a reach at all if he stays healthy and gets that opportunity to showcase how good he really is. Now, I want to hear from you guys. Our pinned comment today, you're about to get an ad break. Take advantage of it while the ads play. Get your votes in. Tell me why for yes, in for no, if Tylan Wallace will have a breakout campaign in 2022. Let me know one way or the other. Why for yes, in for no. And this is our pinned comment today. So go right to the comment section and answer this one way or the other if you think 2022 is a breakout year for Tylan Wallace. Here is what Russell Street Report had to say about Wallace, though he doesn't have that prototypical size or blazing speed that you'd like to see in an outside receiver. Make no mistake about it, Wallace is a guy who thrives on the perimeter. He is a good route runner who thrived on contested catches in college, and he has sure hands. The Ravens don't need Wallace to be a 100-catch guy. In fact, in a perfect world, the running game stays healthy and thrives, and Bateman and Andrews are gobbling up targets. But Wallace can be that kind of guy that gets you 14 to 17 yards a catch in this offense, either by snagging those contested grabs against man coverage if opponents continue to blitz parade against this year's Ravens, or by shaking loose on some of Lamar Jackson's scramble, juke scramble, and throw plays that can electrify the bank at any given moment. So that is the breakdown there of Tylan Wallace. 2021, he had just 2 receptions for 23 yards, and now we'll see what he can do this year after having a great minicamp just last week. We will move on now and talk trade ideas. The rumors have really piled up over the last couple of weeks of 2 Ravens defensive players, Chuck Clark and Marcus Peters. Clark essentially already has been replaced as Kyle Hamilton, the star rookie, is expected to slide in Clark's role. Meanwhile, Marcus Peters, coming off an injury, missing last season, a little bit older now. Is it time for the Ravens to kind of cash in while they can still get something out of Marcus Peters. We'll have more on these trade ideas for both these individuals in just one moment. But before we do, want to know in the comment section, what type of phone do you have? Is it an iPhone or is it an Android? Let me know in the comments. I for iPhone, A for Android, because our friends at Aura are going to protect you, whether you have an iPhone or an Android, even for the Android people, even for all the goofy green messages that you send. Those can be protected too with Aura. Shop, bank, work online more safely and privately at aura.com/chatsports. And I have a great deal that I am offering my Ravens Rundown viewers. It is a 14-day free trial now at aura.com/chatsports. And you won't want to miss out on this because Aura is going to offer you quite the gauntlet of things, folks. It includes financial fraud protection, identity theft protection, online and device security. And the best part about it, you're going to protect your loved ones too. Family plans to protect 5 people. So you got mom, dad, grandma, even your crazy uncle. All of them are going to be protected with Aura if you sign up today. 14-day free trial. And then after that, you're going to love it so much that you're going to say, I have to keep Aura. That's what happened with us around here. We signed it with Aura, and now we are so protected we couldn't go anywhere else. So sign up today for Aura. 14-day free trial now. Aura.com/chatsports. You will not regret it. And let me know in the comments that I for iPhone, A for Android. That way you can be protected by Aura. All right, let's look at these trade ideas that Bleacher Report put together. First one for Marcus Peters involves the Indianapolis Colts. And in this case, the Ravens receive a third-round pick for Marcus Peters. And that's kind of what's been talked about, the market for Marcus Peters at this point in his career, looking at about a third-round pick. And that would be a good return for Marcus Peters. I think you would feel pretty good about that if you got that back for a guy that's coming off injury at this point and that is in the back half of his career. But with that said, the Ravens are in win-now mode. And when you look at this team, this is the final year of the rookie contract for Lamar Jackson. It's not going to get any cheaper of this window of what they have right now. So you have to decide. You look at Marcus Peters, who's going to start at that left cornerback spot, if assuming you bring him back. Would you rather make a run for a Super Bowl with Marcus Peters and hope that he's a difference maker now, or would you rather just bank that third-round pick on your future? That's the question that the Ravens have in front of them when it comes to Marcus Peters on that front. Now, if you like today's video, if you do, like it because of you're tired of these Marcus Peters trade rumors. Now, maybe you want to see Marcus Peters go, I don't know, whatever it may be, like the video anyway. But show us some love, like today's video, if you're ready to just see this move on and Marcus Peters stay in a Baltimore Ravens uniform for a long time. Let me know either way, like today's video, if you're tired of those rumors. All right, another one for you. This one involves the Dallas Cowboys and Chuck Clark. And in this case, the Ravens receive a fourth-round pick for Chuck Clark. Now, here's more on what the trade breakdown looks like, according to Bleacher Report. Clark is set to receive a new contract after this season and would surely rather be in a situation where he can build value and cash in. Dallas has the perfect opening next to free safety Malik Hooker and versatile defender Jaron Kearse. The Cowboys saw both Canu Neal and DeMonte KZ depart in free agency, and Clark could help fill the box safety role they split in 2021. So, I look at this, and the Ravens, they tried trading Clark during the draft, and now you see the direction of where this franchise is going, where you bring in Marcus Williams from New Orleans, you bring in Kyle Hamilton. Clark is on the way out. It's not a matter of if, but when, essentially. And as far as that trade goes, if you can get that third trade, the fourth-round pick, I think you absolutely take that. That, to me, is a home run as far as I'm concerned of getting that fourth-round pick in exchange for Chuck Clark in this deal with the Dallas Cowboys at this point in time. And it makes both sides happy. The Cowboys get what they want to in the help they need at safety, and the Ravens add to their arsenal of draft picks for next year. Would you guys make this trade? Would you trade for a fourth-round pick in exchange for getting rid of Chuck Clark? Let me know in the comments section if you would do this or not. Type T for trade, type P for pass. That's T for trade, P for pass. Tony Jefferson received some high praise from the Baltimore Ravens safety coach, and we will go over those details of what Chris Hewitt had to say about Jefferson right now. And if you look back at last year, Tony Jefferson was hurt. He missed a lot of last year. And Hewitt said Tony hasn't missed a step. Once he got back here and was coming off the ACL, he has no lingering effects from it. He looks like the Tony Jefferson that we signed whatever amount of years ago. What was that, 2017 or whatever it was? He's still young and spry. I don't believe he might have just turned 30, I think. But Tony brings a lot of energy. And just like what you talk about, a lot of experience. He's a leader, and he brings all the other guys together. He talks to anybody on the team, including the kicker. So I'm really happy with Tony being here, and we'll see what happens going forward. But I love having Tony around. So Tony Jefferson, the former Oklahoma Sooner product, he has been kind of the heart and soul of sorts with the Ravens for a while. He's a Raven through and through. It's in his DNA of what he's been a part with this organization. And so for me, I'm excited when I hear those words that Tony Jefferson's coming along, that he's ready to turn this corner after coming off that ACL injury. If you get what you saw from him a couple years ago, I think you're cooking bacon with a lot of grease, at that point. I mean, you're feeling really good if you get that out of Tony Jefferson. So I'm very excited to hear that news, and we'll see what he can put together going forward. Before we go and wrap up today's show, we asked you at the beginning if you could name the single-season sack leader for the Ravens all time, and the answer is Elvis Dumervil with a total of 17 sacks. That's a lot. Maybe Jalen Ferguson, the man who calls himself Sack Daddy. Could he possibly live up to that this year? We'll see. Thanks for joining us today here on the Ravens Rundown.